We're back live at Richmond. Quick update on Jimmy Stills. Got a bump on the shoulder and one other bump that they're checking out. Looks like he'll have some bruises, and that will be about the extent of it. Of course, as we come here to Richmond, we're all thinking about the guy up in Indianapolis in the hospital after the Indy 500. That, of course, is our good friend, Stan Fox. And a little guy from Wisconsin, a very large presence on the racetracks of USAC, and of course, in the hearts of Thunder fans all across America. This is our first Thunder telecast since the big crash at Indy. Seemed like a great time to dig out a few of our favorite Fox memories. I look forward to the day when we will see that wink again. Stan's wife says that they're very optimistic overall, and they want to thank everybody for all the cards and letters. Stan is still in fair condition. He has periods of consciousness. Sometimes they wake him up. Sometimes he wakes up on his own. He is responsive to commands. He is making progress. That's the good news. The bad news is that progress is measured in terms of weeks and not days, and this is going to be a long recovery for Stanley. But on this weekend of the Michigan stock car race, I can't help but think of Ernie Irvan and the miracle that brought him back to the racetracks of America. I'm looking forward to a similar miracle for Stan Fox. Get well quick, Stanley.
Now there's a look at Stan's ride in the capable hands of Davey Hamilton, but right now he is a lap down because of 2 pit stops. The second one lengthy, even under the yellow. We have 15 cars on the lead lap. Nobody on the lead lap, Larry, made a pit stop during that yellow light period. 3 wide down the front stretch, but once again, Keeker on the brake, out in front.
Ooh, Eric Gordon in that blue number 10 got pushed up a little high, going through 1 and 2. And Dave Darwin back there in the back, moving up. Look at this. That's Bliss, who has gotten around Stewart. Stewart, again, did not get a very good start. Off the restart, Mike Bliss went right on around him. Now he's trying to chase down Jimmy Keeker.
Well, of course, they did, as you said earlier, change the engine in that yellow 25 car earlier. Had an oil leak in that 6-cylinder, so they made an engine change. They also changed the engines in the number 10 car, that blue 10 you mentioned, Gordon. He broke the initial power plant.
This is an interesting shot, Gary. If we see this again, watch how Mike Bliss with that V8 pulls away from him going down the straightaway. Has a little more horsepower, but going through the corners, the lighter car, 75 pounds lighter, seems to be getting through the corners a lot better right there. He just blew it away right.
It's amazing that 75 pounds would make that much difference.
But look at this again. Bliss had a big run on him going down the straightaway, a lot of speed down the straightaway, but couldn't get around him going through the corners.
Bliss is your 93 points champion in the True Value Silver Crown competition. He's won 5 times in only 24 starts. This is his 25th start. What a winning percentage. Of course, he would like to devote much more time to the Super Truck competition. He has to ride the NASCAR Super Truck and says he would like to come back and run the pavement at Raceway Park in this series, but he's not sure about conflict.
Well, he's doing a tremendous job with the Super Truck series, so we wish him the best of that, although we love to see him come back here and run with us. That's Dave Darwin in the blue number 56 car, who's moving up ever forward in this field, and he's really doing a good job. That's Jeff Bloom in the 12 car. He's trying to lap Jeff Bloom. Jeff Bloom got a lap down in that Terre Haute First National Bank car.
There's Leary in the black 30. Leary stopped for that pit stop, so he has the fresh rubber, and obviously he should be faster at this point.
Right. It makes a big difference. Fresh rubber will really make you faster if you lap. Look at Jack Hewitt. Jack Hewitt now working on Jack Gurney. That is for position. Hewitt has come from 23rd position.
Run 7.
He's up there in 7th position trying to get around Chuck Gurney.
He had to come from near the back of the semi, did not qualify well, won that one, started
Well,
25th.
He started 23rd or 25th. He put on a hard tire. He has the hardest Hoosier made out there today. He opted to go with that, knowing it was going to make him a little slower qualifying, but gambling on the long race, it would be a lot better. It seems like right now that he doesn't have a tire. Well, right there he gets a little sideways, but he's not worried about the tires like maybe some of the other guys
Talk
are.
about a traveling racer. He was in Indiana racing on Thursday, last night in Pennsylvania, and now in Virginia tonight. And I tell you, with that hard compound where he is right now at lap 63, he could be in an excellent position.
Well, you just don't know, right? You know, anything can happen. This is untested, untried. Nobody's run 134 laps on a tire here at Richmond. They've run 50-lap tests. That's the most they've done. But, you know, things can change a whole lot those last 20 or 30 laps.
Once again, Gurney got high. Gurney got high. He's done that several times in the race, and Hewitt goes on by. Hewitt now up to 6th position. There's Mike Bliss. Randy Tolsma directly behind Bliss. That's the battle for 3rd. Bliss is 3rd. Tolsma is 4th. Now, these two guys went on a great show at Raceway Park a couple of years ago in the midgets. They're both from out west. Bliss from Milwaukee, Oregon, and Tolsma originally from the Boise, Idaho area.
Look at the battle for the lead, though.
Now, battle for the lead is shaping up. Watch Bliss in 3rd, but the battle's up in front right there. Tony Stewart has closed in a pair of 6-cylinder cars, the lighter car by 75 pounds. They're out front.
Yeah, Stewart, again, we said he got a lousy restart after that restart, but once he got going, he has really pulled up. It looks like Keeker's got a handling problem. All of a sudden, he's running up way high in the corner, and it's giving Stewart a chance to sneak in under and get through the corner, and he's gaining every time he gets through his corner. That time he didn't. That time he looked like Keeker kept it down on the bottom, and they held about the same relative position all the way through the corner.
Working on lap 67, approaching the halfway point of this event. There's a look at Tony Stewart, the youngster, going for the triple. Last weekend, he won in a midget on the dirt half mile in Terre Haute, Indiana, the action track. The next night, he won on pavement in a sprint car at Indianapolis Raceway Park. So tonight, he goes for something that has only been done once before in USAC history, winning 3 races back to back to back. You ride with Tony right now, the youngster from Indianapolis, formerly from Rushville, Indiana. He had his racing career early in go-karts. He moved up and problem with the right rear.
Doty's got a flat right rear tire. That was Doty that both those guys went around. And again, the right rear tire is going to be a problem with these race cars.
He may get it off the track, or is he going to create a yellow? I think we may have a yellow because he stays on the high side going into turn 2. And this may force a yellow.
Remember, you don't have any mirrors on these cars. The guys can't see behind him, so he can't tell when it's safe for him to get down across that racetrack.
The car came very close. The car was making an outside move. Richard Griffith tried to pass somebody coming high off at 2 and almost collected the rear of Doty. And there goes the rubber. We are going to have a yellow for that for sure. So he returns on the rim as the tire continues to roll. And everybody's going to make it by as it stops, rolls down the 14-degree banking. The yellow is out. So that will slow them down and regroup the cars. There you can see what is left of that right rear as he shreds the right rear, and Doty brings out the yellow flag. We have completed 70 laps on a 134-lap event from Richmond, Virginia. The top 5 are coming right back. Back live from Richmond, the Del McClure team changing the right rear of Mike Bliss, having some difficulty. Bliss had been running in 3rd. Some other cars coming in for pit stops, and I'm curious as to, 73 laps, but they had that lengthy yellow period.
Well, I think the idea was there for Mike Bliss to come in, get a quick right rear tire, go back out, and it'd be a whole lot faster than everybody else. The problem was they couldn't get the tire off. It's cost him a lap already.
There's a look at the top 5. We take you back to Dave Despain in the pit area.
I want to talk to Glenn Neidl and find out, first of all, Glenn, what's the problem with Tony Stewart on those restarts? Why won't the car come up?
We had to change the motor, and this motor's not been on the dyno, and the fuel curve was matched to the other one. We had to use the fuel system on this one. It's a little off, and it's lazy on the starts.
Obviously, once he gets going, he's not lazy. He was gaining the yellow, helped you. Do you want a tire for that car, or are you figuring to go 134 laps without a tire?
We're going to try to go 134 without it.
Can you pass him?
I think so.
I figured he'd take that. That's Glenn Neidl. That was the second-place car. They're going after the leader, Keeker.
Well, of course, the question is, can he go the distance? Can he catch and then pass Keeker, who is leading? And there's a look at Tony Stewart right there, who once again is going for a triple this evening, trying to win back-to-back-to-back USAC features. Now, last Friday, he won that Skull National Midget event at the Terre Haute Action Track, a half-mile dirt oval in western Indiana. Then last Saturday, there on the big IRP oval on the pavement, the Loctite Sprint win went to him. So can he win the True Value Silver Crown event tonight and pull off the triple? And Mike Bliss remains in the pit area. His dad, Art Bliss, working on that right rear. Finally, he actually came back in. He got the tire, he came back in, and now he's away again.
That's right. He got back out. He made a lap. He caught up with the field, came back in. I think they were just afraid they did not have that right rear tire on tight. They wanted to make darn sure. But they're already a lap down, Gary, for all practical purposes. Unless everybody else has an awful lot of trouble, his chances of winning this race are pretty slim.
You notice that Glenn Nivell had the headset on. Most of these cars now are equipped with the radio, so you can communicate from the pit to the cockpit.
Yes, you can. This is the first year they've been having those, and we see Tony Stewart again having trouble. Randy Tolson pulls on the outside of him, but Dave Darling goes by him on the inside.
But now he's back up to speed again. They called that a lazy engine because of the fuel jetting. The fuel system came off the other engine. He lost 2 positions, gained 1 back. So now Tolman goes high, and the 6-cylinder goes by the low side.
Well, right there, he got that race car a little bit sideways. Look at the horsepower of that V8 going down the straightaway, though. They really eat him up, but look, watch him going back through the corner. Watch the V6 through the corner. Much faster going, oh, look out.
Oh, they almost got together right there. Tolma, who finished 3rd in the point standings last year, drives for Howard Motorsports in the Spies Hecker car with Redline Oil Special. And there is a look from the guy running in 3rd position. You're right with young Tony Stewart. CarQuest cage cam mounted up with Tony's chassis this evening. He rides in behind Tolsma. Now, Tolsma, of course, has much of his experience on pavement. He's recognized as a pavement shoe. Tony goes well on anything.
Tony goes good everywhere. I'll tell you what, Randy Colson did a good job on the dirt last year, even though he hadn't run it a whole lot. Right behind them, though, is Jack Hewitt. Clear up to the front of his pack from 23rd position.
He's up to 4th. And look at this, the battle for 2nd, tucked in behind the 29 car of Bentley Warren, and it's out still a drag race down the backstretch into 14-degree banking. Oh man, Stewart threads the needle and makes it stick. Here's the battle for 3rd, and Hewitt's going to take 3rd position over Tolma. Hewitt in a V6 Ford-powered car. Bob Hampshire built the engine, a Beast chassis, a Bob Hampshire engine with Yates heads. Great combination. He is up to 3rd.
You gotta wonder. Positions 1, 2, and 3 all occupied by V6 power plants. The only 3 V6 power plants in the field, and they've all worked their way right to the front. 2 of them started there. 1 came clear from the back.
Dave, you have a comment for the pits?
Well, I got a guy in the pits who doesn't want to be in the pits. Last time I talked to Mike Bliss, he was on NASCAR Today talking about his super truck ride. This ride tonight came short, and tell me the problem.
We had a tire go bad on the right rear start going out around, and I came in, they couldn't get the tire off, then I burnt the clutch up getting out of the pit because we had to come back in.
What do you pick to win this thing based on what you saw on the racetrack?
Well, we felt good. After that restart, something happened. We lost a weight or tire, something happened to the tire, but we were running good and letting the V6s run their own pace and trying to save enough for the end.
Would you pick one between Keeker and Stewart?
Stewart looks good.
Okay.
Lou Ciccone brings out the yellow. Liquid Lou with our camera car. That's the 58 car. Lou out of Pennsylvania brings out the yellow on lap 84. So Lou Ciccone again with hard contact. One of those situations here, Larry, you're running so fast that, boy, when you make contact, the driver feels it, and it really tears the car up.
Oh, man, you know, this is a fast racetrack. We can see here that he's getting out of the race car. It looks like he's a little bit unhappy with somebody that's still on the racetrack. He seems to be looking around for somebody, but he definitely made some contact. I think we have a replay, see if we can see exactly what happened, Gary.
Well, Lou is out of that stealth chassis. And let's see, indeed, if we can. Well, he's in the wall in the first turn. We couldn't see it develop. We just saw him after he made contact with the wall. The car slides to a stop. His brother, Bob Ciccone, failed to make the race. Bob tried to go through the semi earlier this afternoon and failed to make the race. And now Lou is pointing to somebody. He's talking with the fireman and saying, that guy right there got into me.
Yeah,
and, we have a car in the pits, car 61. Randy Tolsma, who had been battling up in the top 3 positions down the pits. And let's keep an eye on Lou Ciccone as Lou, well, There's the 61 car, and they've changed the right rear and trying to get him in gear and get him out of the pit area.
Yeah, but he's going to lose a lap. The pace car has already gone by him, so he's going to lose a lap as we see several other guys heading into the pit area.
Parsons is in there. Eric Gordon's in the pits. Larry's back in as we once again watch Lou Ciccone carry him.
He's carrying the spring there. He's probably going to throw that baby at somebody when he gets back in there.
There is Jeff Loom in the Terre Haute First National Bank, in free from Gallus Racing. So as we take a look at the top 5, 85 of 134 laps, Keeker, Hewitt, Stewart, Darlin, and Gurney.